welcome back to my channel. My name is Delilah if you're new here, and today we are going to do a fun little video where I'm going to talk about my tattoo. I already kind of filmed this tattoo tag, like 90% of it, but I decided it was way too long and I had to stop talking and let's do it quickly because we're trying to make sure the video's out here. My first tattoo ever was actually a tattoo right here on my hip. It says, "She's a goddess, her soul is royalty." It's a nice little script that I picked out before I got it. The original quote actually is, "She's a queen, her soul is royalty," but I absolutely loved the "she's a goddess, her soul is royalty," how it sounded. I love the word goddess. It really inspires me and makes me feel like, you know, like, I prefer it over queen, so that's it. The tattoo costs $140. It was done by a tattoo artist. She has a whole private tattoo studio and things like that. So I'm gonna link her down below. She's amazing. I got my first 2 tattoos from her. Pain tolerance wise, I would say it's about 7. I would say it was a little bit higher up there because it was my first tattoo. When she was tattooing me, I was actually very ticklish. So she has to go over that same ticklish spot a few times, and she kind of got aggravated with me just a little bit because she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I keep having to go over it." But it came out beautiful. It came out perfect. I originally wanted it a little lower, but she did it higher, and I love it like that because when I first got it, I wanted to hide it. Now I don't want to hide it. Now you can see it when my shirt is up. Time-wise, it was about half an hour. It wasn't long at all. I was pretty content with how long it took because it was my first one. I was super nervous and anxious. The second tattoo I ever got was my leg tattoo. It's right in front on my shin. It's basically the Dubai Skyline. I got a bunch of Dubai Skyline pictures together and I gave it to the artist and I asked her to kind of tattoo it on my leg, and she did an amazing job. You can see the Burj Khalifa on it. You can see famous Dubai hotel, and if you guys don't know, I'm Arabic. My dad is from Dubai. I wanted to kind of dedicate a little part of me to my Arabic culture because I grew up with my Russian cultures. She kind of also, if you can see, kind of shaded in some parts of it. It looked super cute. It cost about $150. Actually, the next 3 cost around $150. I don't have it in text, emails, or anything like that. I completely forgot, but they're around the same price. They're all in that price range. Not too little, not too expensive. The time frame, it took about 45 minutes. The level of pain, it actually wasn't painful nearly at all. I got used to it really quickly, and you would think that it would be really painful on the shin, but it wasn't. And I have very low pain tolerance, I would say, because you hit me and I get a bruise and it hurts and it's a mess. But I would say it was a 3 out of 10. My third tattoo is actually on my spine. It was the most painful one. I would give it a 9, literally a 9 out of 10. It was ridiculously painful.
Losing blood circulation.
When I first wanted it, it was supposed to be a little smaller. I wanted it also longer, so it kind of stretched out and got really bold and things like that. I love it still. I didn't imagine it like that. It's on my spine, so like I said, it hurt. And up on top, right where, you know that like the pointy bone right where your back and your neck meets, like right here. I don't know the name of it. That was the most painful spot. So if you want to get a tattoo anywhere around there, good luck because it hurts a lot. It took about an hour, and the entire time I was not breathing, almost nearly the entire time, because once I held my breath, it felt better. So yeah, basically that tattoo is in Arabic. It actually says, "Turn pain into power." When I first saw the quote, it was on India Love Westbrook's Instagram, and I love her, so I had to dedicate it to her because I strongly believe with that quote. I believe that you should always try to turn any negative into positive, that even if you had any mistakes or negativity in your life before, in the long term affect you positively and at least teach you something, if not. Oh, actually, when I was looking to get that tattoo, I wanted something along the lines of "everything happens for a reason." I know I'm corny, but since it is super corny and I didn't want something like that on my body and I couldn't find another way to rephrase it, I just stuck with "turn pain into power," so your girl got that now. My 4th tattoo is this one. Actually, this one, I have an entire video of where my friend Melissa recorded it. I will link it down below. People love it. I don't know, like everybody's just like started asking me about my tattoos and stuff. I know I'm very small and I'm tiny and I look like a preteen or something, but my tattoos, you know, they grownify me, you know, but people are really interested. The first 2 tattoos are by one artist and the next 2 tattoos are by another artist. Both of them are super amazing, and I wish they could come with me to Arizona, but they can't. So, and also I just want to mention really quickly that the one on my leg gets the most compliments because it's the first tattoo that everybody always sees when I'm walking down, and they always think it's the most painful. I actually had like an officer like tell me, oh, that must have been really painful. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Actually, the one in my back was horrendous. So this one, it's a rose tattoo. I've always wanted a rose tattoo. I love roses. I absolutely adore them. I always like the ones on your hands and on your arms and stuff, and I always wanted an arm tattoo, but I was always scared because you can hide everything else relatively well, but then this you're gonna almost always see, especially now that I live in Arizona. It's gonna be really hot and I'm never gonna wear long sleeve shirts, so always gonna be, well, all of mine are gonna be popping at all times. But this one is actually a rose where down the stem it says metanoia. I'm gonna write the definition somewhere on this video, but basically what it means is positively embracing change. And I have always been the type to hate change. It was always my #1 fear, but at the end of the day I found once I got older and closer to aging out of foster care, change started being my #1 thing. Aging out, getting married, having kids, moving out of the state, like embracing all the change I can possibly have. It's change that I want, is positive change. So I decided to get metanoia. I also have a crown on the rose. The whole thing with the goddess thing again, like I believe, you know, goddess empowerment and kingdom. You know what I mean? Okay. So this one took about an hour also because of the shading, mostly because half of it was shading, half of it was outline. I would say that it was around a 3. It wasn't painful either. I mean, I don't know, it just wasn't. And like I said, nearly all of them were around 150, so I don't remember, I'm sorry. Going into really quickly about my YouTube name, if you already probably noticed, my first tattoo and my YouTube names match, except for the X at the end. Kind of the same thing as for the tattoo. I really believe in women empowerment. She's a goddess really means a lot to me because apart from knowing that I'm a goddess, which is not what it says, it doesn't say I'm a goddess, it says she's a goddess, it reminds me to always be aware that another female is not any less than you. She's not worth any less than you. She's a goddess just like you, and that you should be empowering her rather than bringing her down. So all the negativity that I usually have for females, which is sometimes a lot because you girl's a jealous girl, but I try to remind myself that no one's below you, no one's worth less than you. She's a goddess just like you, and you should be empowering each other. You should be bringing each other up and never bringing each other down. And that's a really big part of who I am. I really believe that, and that is why I have this tattoo, and that is why it's my YouTube channel, because I really want to dedicate my YouTube channel to help females uprise each other. So far I've gotten some hate, and the hate was from men, so I'm doing well. I think that's it. I think I talked enough. I think I told you guys about my 4 tattoos. If you guys want to know anything else, I mean, I think that's enough. I usually, the number 1 question that people ask was how painful it is. So like I said, the one in my bag, super painful. It's super cute, but super painful. So if you have a very low pain tolerance, good luck with that. And the rest, not too painful. I actually want a few more tattoos. If you guys want to know what it is, I'll tell you. But kind of wanted it to be a surprise for everybody, including me. So yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for any more content, random content that I possibly can put up and think of. Click the bell notification to be notified of every video that I post. You know, even though they're all random, you know, whatever. And comment down below and tell me, do you have any tattoos? If you do, what are they? How painful were they? Would you recommend other people to have? You know, maybe you have any tattoos that are similar to mine, or placement wise, or even like tattoo wise. If you don't have a tattoo, what would you want your first tattoo to be? Because I know a lot of people actually want tattoos and they just can't have them, and I know how that feels, but I pull up on my mom with new tattoos on a regular, so I'm just saying. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and remember, you're a goddess. Later! Did you hear that? My endings to every video, and remember, you're a goddess later. Goddess, 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 name, goddess, goddess. Putting positive energy of being a goddess out there. Later!
I think I'm bad as hell, I got his shoes out of line. Saying tomorrow I beat the dishes, never come. Easy bake, easy wake, come on. Just give as much as you take, forgive as much as you hate, or get the fuck out.